guys, it's another warm sunny day, as you can see. I was planning to go out for a bike ride today, but as I had to do a few things that is no longer possible, well, I no longer want to do it, so I'm going to go out Sunday, which is 2 days from now. Can't do it then. So now I thought today I'll chat about another subject, and today I'll probably like to chat about you know, the dangers of travelling, because people worry a lot about travelling alone, travelling in pairs in certain countries. I thought it'd be a worthwhile subject to cover, as I've gone to a couple of countries which have been renowned to have a bit of a dodgy reputation. Not the most dangerous, but from what I found and what I've experienced and what other people experienced while I was there. One thing with travelling I always say is you never believe what everyone says straight away, because people can really make things, put things out of proportion. People can really underpar things, so and your experience is always going to be different than someone else's, so you always take those things with a pinch of salt. Yeah, so the countries I've been to so far, I've had some really safe ones like Japan, and I've had some notorious ones with some weird sort of reputation like China. And in general, I haven't ever really felt that much in danger. Like, the biggest danger I've ever felt in most of these countries is things like pickpocketing and stuff like that, which is quite common. And you know, as long as you keep your wits about you, have your bag on this, like your day bag, if you've got valuables on your front in like places like train stations and busy places, and you know, make sure your items are in pockets which, you know, you can feel if anyone was trying to take it. But places like China has like a reputation of people harvesting your organs and stuff like that, and really don't believe it's anywhere near as bad as people can make it out to be. And you know, Korea, they go, oh, do you feel in danger of North Korea? And you just almost forget they even exist. And that's pretty much what it's been most of the ways. Like, there are countries that are notorious for dangers for women. Women is one of them, where, you know, India is notoriously a dangerous place for women to travel alone. As much as you probably won't want to hear this, there's like a high sort of rape thing that goes on in London, in India. You know, there's a lot of rape victims and stuff, and it really, women can be treated really badly there. So they advise you to sort of travel with someone if you're a female in a place like India. By all means, go alone if you feel like you can, but that's more of a heads up for that sort of place. But in general though, really, it really depends on the situations where you're going. Obviously don't go to a war-ridden country. If you plan to go to Syria anytime soon, then that's your own problem. But I'll carry on chatting in a sec. A little bit windy up here, so I apologise, and it's a bit slippery as well. It's fucking walking up this slippery grass shit, but I've got to go out for a walk up here today. It's a nice view of the town. Well guys, still a bit windy here. I'm going to go here. Bush is doing a good job. I thought I'd just get a quick time lapse. I thought it'd be a good little place, trying out the new tripod I got. Carrying on from the subject earlier of like the dangers when you travel, is it's generally more to do with the situations you put yourself in rather than where you are. You know, there are countries which are dangerous in some sense, like for certain reasons, and definitely research it. One website I use that's good is gov.uk. I know it's a UK based site about the government, but you can put in every country, you'll put Spain and then put gov.uk, and it'll tell you the implements of Spain, implications, what you need, what things you need. Like if I went to Thailand, it'll tell me pretty much what I need, what's dangerous in Thailand, what's a common thing. So it tells you all of the scams and stuff. I'm pretty sure in China it said about the tea scam, you know, where someone asks you to go to a tea shop and stuff like that. I haven't been worried on my trip. In some ways I worry more about getting mugged in England than I have in other places. You know, I've got a lot more weird looks carrying a camera around here than I have in, you know, somewhere in, you know, Cambodia, where people don't, where a camera would be worth a lot to them. Here someone will just use it to buy some drugs and then they'll be out of money in a week. do your research, know what you're in for, make sure it isn't, you know, like a horrible place in general. Don't listen to the media about things in that sense. You know, it does overhype stuff just to get some news. It's one thing I don't like about modern media in a lot of ways. But in a lot of sense, these countries are pretty safe to travel. I haven't had any personal problems, and touch wood, I won't have any more. You know, so just go with the flow. I'll carry on chatting about it. I'm just in a cold, windy place, and I'd like to start walking. So I'll chat to you in a sec.
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and sound.
That's a nice little walk. Carrying on from earlier, now it's less windy and I can actually talk. Biggest danger, to be fair, and some people may disagree, but most people do agree, is other Western people. The most likely time you'll ever get stuff stolen, I believe, and the most likely time things are gonna get nicked, or you know, your passport's gonna go missing and stuff like that, is probably in a hostel if you leave it out. Because I believe Western people in some ways are worse thieves than some of these other countries. These countries have quite a bad reputation when they shouldn't, in my opinion. You know, so in safety and worrying, I really wouldn't worry. I'd just do your research. Don't listen to rumours. Just research it on the internet. Go to viable websites. Use the gov.uk, even if you're not from the UK. It's a really useful site which I've used. It gives me a good idea of what it's like. And on top of that, if it is a high-risk country, your travel insurance might not cover it. So keep that in mind as well. You know, it is likely that your insurance will not cover you if you go to a country which is really a dangerous country and it's your own stupid decision for going. So also keep that in mind. They usually have 3 categories. You have safe, travel if you have to, and don't travel at all. Really, you want to stick to ones that are safe and registered as safe. You know, so like I'm debating whether to go to the Philippines, because right now they have a problem with the president right now. He's basically killing anyone to do with drugs and stuff like that. So I'm not too sure if that's a great place to go, but you know, you think about it, you look at the latest news of the country, I take it with a pinch of salt like I said earlier, and make your decision. But more than likely you'll be safe anyway. There's people that even travel to places like Syria. So I mean, so it pretty much sums it up really, at their own risk. If it's something you really want to do and nothing's going to stop you, then nothing's going to stop you. So it's one way of looking at things. So it's pretty much going to be it for the day. It's only a little shorter walk around. I just walked up around the cliffs, got a nice view of Folkestone. I could have gone further down, but it's really muddy up there. So I might cycle up there another time on another day. Be a good day just to go out for a bike ride or something and get a bit further and be less tiring and less muddy. So I hope you enjoyed this short video. I hope the advice I've given you is a bit helpful, and you know, once again, I hope you enjoyed the lovely sunny weather we have here. England's renowned for its lovely fucking weather. So I'll chat to you guys at some point in the next couple of days. So chat to you guys soon. Bye now.